someone that we can tell. You need a real nigga in your life. I come in like a thief in the night. Two phones on the stereotype. Coming on me, I'm pretty whole life.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieve my flawless everyday makeup glam makeup beads, so stay tuned. So I like to start by doing my brows, and I'm using a spoolie to brush out the brows and applying my lash glue onto the brows. So I like to brush them upward so that they can be in place before filling in the brows. So the application of the lash glue is to help the brows stay in place throughout the day. So that's why I use lash glue. Some people use brow soap or whatever, but I have not tried any of those. I use lash glue and it works for me. You can use whatever you want to use. You can use brow soap, you can use actual soap. So now that we've gotten the brows straight, now I like to go in with a brow pencil and first outlining the brows and just going through with like the shape that I have already, and with short strokes just filling in the spaces with a light hand so it doesn't look too thick, so I can achieve the feathered brows with the little natural hair that I have. So yes. So to conceal the bottom of the brows, I like to use a flat round brush and a concealer 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. So for the parts where my brows start, I like to go in with a darker shade of a concealer or a foundation. I'm using a foundation and just blend that in so it can blend in with my skin tone. Now I like to blend the concealer in with a round dense brush. So now I'm prepping my eyelids for the eyeshadow application, and I'm using a round brush and the concealer that I used to conceal my brows. So for my face, I like to start by priming my face, and I'm using the Msmetics moisture potion, and I think this can serve as a primer and a moisturizer at the same time, and I'm blending that in with this multitask brush from Viccabel. For my foundation, I'm using the Black Opal stick foundation in carob. I use this foundation because it's lightweight and it's not full coverage though, but it's not heavy, so it's perfect for the days where you don't want to do so much on your skin. You just want your skin work to be light, your foundation to be light. So yes, this is the one. And I'm using that same brush, and I feel like this is best to apply my foundation because it is dense enough and it's easy to evenly distribute the product on my face. So with your foundation, all you have to do is blend, blend, blend. blend properly. That's why I don't like to go out, like do my makeup in a rush. If I know I'm going out and I have to do my makeup in a rush, I skip the foundation part, because if it's not well blended, then it's a no. And I like to go in bit by bit, take the products bit by bit. I feel like with makeup, you have to, a little bit goes a long way. And then even sometimes when you think you've blended enough, you've not even blended. So going bit by bit is the best way, so you can have control over whatever the hell you're doing, okay? So I like to go in bit by bit and blend as I go, because it's easier to build up the products bit by bit. So yeah. Now I'm taking my Colourpop concealer in the shade Dark 42, I think, and I'm just building that up bit by bit, just like I said. And I'm not taking it high to the end of my eye, to where my eye stops, if that makes any sense, because you have to blend. And when you take your concealer all the way up that way to the tail of your brows, girl, it's like you're doing too much, because I find it difficult to blend my concealer when it's so much. So I like to keep the concealer concentrated beneath my eye, underneath my eye, and build that up bit by bit towards the outer corners of my eyes. So I'm a bit too extra and I like to have more coverage beneath my eyes, so I went in with more of the concealer. Like I said, it's best to go in bit by bit with your product and blend bit by bit as you go. So this time I'm blending that right from the inner corners of my eyes all the way into by the bridge of my nose, so as to chisel it down and to prep my nose for the nose contour. So this time with my LA Girl concealer in Fawn, I like to apply a little bit, and I'm keeping that concentrated on the inner corners of my eyes. So with this technique, I was able to blend the concealer upwards without having to drag it all the way up to the outer corners of my eyes. All I had to do was use the extra that I had, the leftover that I had on the sponge, and drag it outward. So I like to blend the concealer up into my eyelid, yes. And with the other side of the makeup sponge, I like to blend the concealer into the foundation. So there's this seamless blend from the concealer into the foundation and from the foundation into the concealer. Now I'm taking the darkest shade of the foundation that I have, and I'm going to apply that on my cheek a little bit above my actual cheek contour, and I'm going to blend that in this time using the other side of the makeup sponge. So I'm trying to make sure it's blended on the right side of my cheeks, because I feel like if your contour is not blended on your above your actual cheekbones or your actual contour, it's not really giving. So I did not really do much on the contour because I really be scared of using too much product, so I don't get it all wrong. So I like to go again and blend the parts that are not well blended so I don't look funny. So I like to set my concealer bit by bit. This is another trick to getting your makeup right. With this, your application is flawless and you have no flashback. So I feel like slapping on a large amount of setting powder just gets me cakey and it's just not the right thing for me. So basically what I do with my setting powder is apply in small quantities and just dab it in bit by bit as I go. And if that's not enough, I go in again until my entire under eye is set. So this helps me avoid flashbacks and to achieve a seamless finish. So as you can see, I'm not going in with so much at once. I'm just going bit by bit, and I'm also setting the areas that I applied my concealer. So with what I have left on the sponge, I like to go in on the sides of my cheek, like so. So for my nose, I did a little bit of nose job here. Don't judge me, don't judge my nose job. So I use the foundation that I use for my cheekbones, and I'm just taking it bit by bit with this last brush and creating this kind of like illusion of like a sculpted nose. And it looks funny though, but we'll see, okay? And I know it's weird, I'm applying my nose contour after I have applied my powder. That's crazy. Now I'm using this small dense brush to blend down the nose contour. I'm blending it downwards but not with a heavy hand, so it looks as real as possible. Please don't come for my nose, I beg you. Now I'm applying more setting powder to the sides of my nose to just see, I'm not a nose job expert, so I feel like whatever I'm doing is working. As long as it's working, then it's working, okay? Please. But yeah, it worked. I'm like really surprised. This is my first time doing my nose, sculpting my nose. I don't ever do that because I don't play, because it's always a struggle for me, so I don't play, okay? But today I thought to give it a try, and girl, I tried, okay? You cannot tell me shit. So I usually have smile lines. My smile lines are fading off, I don't know, but when I get my makeup done, they always appear. When I talk, when I smile, they always become visible. So I like to deal with them the right way. So I like to smile, and with my setting powder, I'll just buff it in and just basically like I'm doing and blending it out. Now I'm going to set my entire face with the Milani pressed powder. I like the flawless finish I get from setting my entire face with this. It does it right for me. And my favorite part of doing my makeup, my most absolute favorite part, is this blush thing. I love this Saharan blush palette from Juvias place. This palette is thebomb.com, and the fact that it's a multi-purpose palette, you can use this for your eyeshadow, you can use this as a highlighter, you can use this as a blush. It's all like 3 in 1. Think about it. So basically what I do with this is go over my contour with the blush, but a little bit above my contour, so I'm kind of like setting my contour at the same time. And I'm doing that with a light hand. I don't like to go, I like to go in bit by bit with my product. This product is so pigmented, and the brush that I use also helps me have control of the amount of blush that I'm going in with, if that makes any sense. So I like to go in again with that blush and just do a little bit this time, not doing too much because I obviously don't need that much. So right now I'm brushing out the excess powder by my nose. Now going back to my eyes, I like to blend the concealer that I put there earlier, and just to make sure that it's not creasing. And I'm going in again with my palette from Juvia's place, and with the shade that I use for my blush, I'm using that shade. I'm just applying that on the inner corners on the on my eyelid, just to bring warmth to my eyes. Now I'm going in with that burnt orange shade, and I'm blending that into my brow bone area and blending that into my eyelid, so there's a seamless transition from both shades. Now I'm using the darker shade in the palette, and I'm just blending that into the outer corners of my eyes just to give it depth and smoke it out just a little bit. Now from my Morphe 35O palette, I'm using that shade, and now I'm setting the contour of my nose, and I like to blend that from the contour of my nose into my eyelid just a little bit so it's defined. Now for my mascara, I'm using the Mega Impact mascara from Kiss Beauty, and this mascara is the truth. If you don't know, you're sleeping on a short thing. Yes. Now I'm cleaning up my lips so I can apply my lip gloss. So for my lips, I'm taking a random brow pencil and I'm overlining my lips with that. If you don't like to overline your lips, I don't know, but I like to do mine like that because it's pretty and whatnot. So for a more defined look, I like to go over my lips again with this classic lipstick using a brush, and I'm not doing anything special. I'm just defining my lips before applying the nude lip gloss that I have, and that's it. So for the nude lip gloss that I use, I cannot remember. I used two glosses, nude glosses. I cannot remember what brand, but I think one was classic and the other one I cannot remember. But they are just nude glosses. So for my lashes, I like to apply the I like to apply the lash glue on top of my lash line, then let it get tacky before I pop my lashes on. So this technique is the best. I've been doing the wrong thing, not the wrong thing, but like the other method is frustrating, can be frustrating sometimes. Now going back to my lip, I'm applying a clear lip gloss just to shine it up. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. Got it? Now watch how easy it is for me to pop my lashes on with this technique. It's so easy. I regret not doing my lashes like this the whole time, because I just started doing my lashes like this and I've been crying like, ooh, how am I just getting to know this? So now I like to set my entire face with the NYX Dewy finish. I really don't know what it is about this product, but I love how it sets the entire makeup in place. So I like to go in my waterline with a black pencil and just drag it along my waterline. Now I'm taking this beautiful mascara again, and on my lower lash line I'm just applying that and defining it, because you know your girl has to look like a doll, and that's what this mascara does to me. It's beautiful. I love it. So once again, I'm going in with my blush and I'm just swiping that across my face, across my cheek, and I'm not doing too much this time. I just like to look blushy, okay? Now I like to highlight my brow bone and the bridge of my nose, and I'm using the highlighter from the Saharan blush palette from Juvias place. At least you can tell I spent some time on that nose. Come on, boo. Now this is the part that I don't like to skip. I like to add some fake moles to my face using my eyeliner. And yeah, that wraps it up for this tutorial. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section and like this video if you like the video, and please subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.